My marriage certificate with Shane Galingston was lost again. By the time we went to replace it for the 9th time, his childhood sweetheart deliberately raised her voice as she said, "Lily has been divorced 8 times and has had 9 abortions. She also has AIDS and syphilis. Practically every vice in the book. Did you know all that?" With a loud crash, a newlywed couple sitting nearby was so startled that they fell to the floor, groaning in pain. In an instant, contemptuous and disgusted gazes poured in from all directions, pinning me in place. The icy slime of rotting refuse dripped down my face, chilling not just my skin but my heart as well. This time, I didn't hold back. I turned and walked straight toward the complaint counter. But Shane, who had stayed silent all along, suddenly grabbed my arm. He wiped the filth from my face and coaxed me in a low, gentle voice. "Don't be angry. She's just childish. She likes to fool around. She didn't mean to smear your name. Besides, she's not targeting you. She's just throwing a tantrum at me. How could I not know what kind of person you are?" As he spoke, he shot his childhood sweetheart a helpless yet indulgent glare. "Go ahead and help us reissue." I pushed his hand away without expression and cut him off. "No need. Let's get a divorce." Chapter 1. Shane Galingston froze, the tissue in his hand still suspended in midair. The next second, Fleur burst out from behind the counter and pointed at me, shouting, "You and your brother wouldn't even dare take a paternity test. You got yourself pregnant messing around, and then found an honest man to take responsibility. Now, you're married and still sleeping around, hooking up everywhere, and now that you've found your next target, you want a divorce." As soon as she finished, a large bottle of water came out of nowhere and was dumped over my head and face. A draft swept through the hall. I shivered from the cold. I looked at Shane again. He opened his mouth as if to speak, but in the end, he said nothing. Disgust spread across the faces of the onlookers. Even her own husband won't defend her. Looks like what that clerk said is true. No wonder she has AIDS. Look at her makeup and the way she sways when she walks. Obviously someone from that kind of dirty business. This wasn't the first time Fleur had spread filthy rumors about me. She stole my marriage certificate and ran to my workplace to accuse me of being a shameless slut anyone could sleep with. She even posted my personal information on shady websites. Under endless harassment and abuse, I lost my job. I couldn't sleep at night. I lost 20 pounds and swallowed antidepressants by the handful. Shane used his connections to get me doctors and treatment, yet he was helpless whenever Fleur cried. Once, standing by my hospital bed, he had said helplessly, "She's the fiancé my mom arranged for me when we were kids. Since she couldn't marry me, it's only natural she throws tantrums. She doesn't mean you any harm. She's just sharp-tongued. She wouldn't really do anything to you. You're kind, so be more forgiving. If you ignore her, she'll come around sooner or later and apologize to you with her head down." But my repeated patience only made Fleur worse. Now I had had enough. I didn't want to endure it anymore. So I wiped the water from my face and calmly walked toward the ticket machine. Fleur had been enjoying the sight of my humiliation. She immediately rolled her eyes, looking as if she had seen through me. "Playing hard to get. Making a fuss about divorce. Aren't you just desperate to get your marriage certificate reissued?" Shane smiled faintly and tapped Fleur on the nose. "Enough. It's the first day of your period. Don't get so worked up." Then, ignoring my cry of pain, he dragged me outside with force. "Stop making trouble. This is a job Fleur worked hard to get. She's immature. Are you immature too? Can't we replace the certificate some other day? She's in a bad mood today. Another day. I'll come with you another day." Suddenly, I laughed. "Shane, when's my birthday?" After a moment of silence, he turned around. Confusion flickered in his eyes, quickly replaced by anger, as if I were deliberately causing trouble. "Lily, are you serious? You've only been married to me for a few years. Fleur and I grew up together. How many years has that been? It's just a stupid piece of paper. Why rush? Do you have to make everyone miserable?" My head buzzed. All the blood in my body seemed to turn cold. How could he say something like that? When Fleur ruined my 3rd job, I was already pushed to the breaking point. That was when I lost my